So the first major topic that I want to cover is it's about I was always brought up to be durable, to be tenacious, to never give up, to stick it out, stiff upper lip, that real British tradition of never giving up. But there needs to be some caveats with never giving up. And so the one of the things that I want to talk about, people like Stephen Bartlett have mentioned things like a quitting framework as such. And I think it's important, again, you're only on this earth for so long. You've only got so many heartbeats, and you don't want to waste them on things that are not providing you with enjoyment. So I think the first thing, if I've got, my children have got a decision to make, should they continue or should they not continue? I think it's important to realise whether, well, first of all, identify what your objectives are in life, and I think they should be ultimately happiness, being a good person, helping others where possible, being at peace, being content, not chasing material things, and being intrinsically happy. I think that's all you want for your children. And so sometimes you have to identify whether is something worth the investment of your heartbeats, of your energy, of your time, or is it not? Now this can apply to a relationship, and again, you need to identify, does this person fit and work for you? Ultimately, you both need to be honest, trustworthy, and basically on the same page. If you're not on the same page, if you can't communicate, and if fundamentally you're not matched very well, and and whatever, then you got to ask yourself, well, is it worth sticking in that situation? Again, with jobs, life's for living, life's about experiences, and I think confidence, it's basically like a muscle, and the more you work it, the better it gets. So with regards to your job, you've got to decide whether is it something you see yourself doing long term. Is it worth the upset? Is it worth the difficulty? Is it worth the struggle? And if you think it is, then that's fine, stick with it. But if it's not, and it's causing you distress, and doesn't suit your personality and your temperament, then the world's a big place. Don't be scared to take the best bits of the job. So you might like the actual job but hate the establishment, or hate the leadership or management style. Go and do the same job but for somebody else. Likewise, you don't have to work for somebody else, that's just an example. But if you try and run your own business and it's lukewarm and you've been going for 3 or 4 years and you're still not making it a success, if you enjoy it and you think it's intrinsically worthwhile doing and it makes you feel good, then stick with it and stick with the struggle. But if you're not getting the lifestyle that you want, if it's not fitting with your family, if it's causing more stress than it's worth, try something else. So as much as it's important to stick with things, I think it's really, really important to learn to recognize when something's right or when it's wrong, and not waste the time. So get good at quitting, basically. I was brought up, I tried one sport, which was swimming. I did it for till I was 18 years of age, and I probably would have been better off trying lots of different sports and finding what I was truly good at. Only when I finished swimming, did I start doing other sports like cycling or running, weights, boxing, various things, that I found that, if I'd have invested that amount of time in something I was naturally good at, I could have been quite successful. So yeah, don't be scared of quitting. Don't be scared of trying new things. And if you have got something that's good, then give it your all and make it a success.